Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, in this video what we've got for you is we're going to do a bit of work on my 3D printer. That is there. What I'm going to do is we're going to do a bit of modding onto the power supply. What I mean by that is I'm going to print out some plastic cover, and I'm going to put in there a screen so I can monitor my AC voltage coming in from the mains, amps, watts, that type of thing, new voltage. I might even also put a DC voltage monitor on as well, which I think I've got somewhere in the back somewhere. I've already got one of them. Might do that. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to shoot off over to Thingiverse. Just before then, it's going to go in this area down here. So the wiring's going to go through there. We'll have a look at that later on. So we'll go over to Thingiverse just to show you the one I'm going to print out. So someone's already done this. There you go, by this guy here. It's just a terminal box. It tells you how to wire it up. Mine's slightly different, but the information's on there if you want. It's the same power supply. So what we're going to do, go over to Cura and have a little look. There's the file itself. What I've done differently, I've decided to cut this top bit off, which overhangs, because I don't have to have any infill then. Sorry, any support material. So I've cut it off from there. I've also turned it, you can print it out which way you want, but I've decided to print mine out like that way, because I'm printing on a flat sheet of steel. You get a really nice flat on the front, which is really good. So I've cut a hole in here. So this is all, I've opened up the circle basically, cut this bit off. If anyone's interested in the file I've used, I can have a link there if anybody wants that. So I'd probably debate whether you want to cut all this off altogether. Just take this top spar off and just reinforce the sides. I mean, I've got the wall count of 4, might want to go to 5, but anyway. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to shoot off over to the printer, and we'll have a look at printing this thing out. Back shortly. Right guys, print is finished. There's the print. As you can see, pretty nice, pretty sweet. What we're going to do now, I mean, this print you can either have it this way, you can either have it that way. It's a little bit higher that way than it is, sorry, that's higher that way, a bit lower that way, depending on what you want to do. I'm going to screw mine to the desk with these little bits I've put on, and that's the way mine's going to go. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to pull the printer out. So I've got some wire strippers, 2 screwdrivers, a 4mm and a 5mm Phillips, some pointy nose, ball nose pliers, a knife, scissors, side cutters, small flat and a larger flat screwdriver for terminals. So that's pretty much. I'm going to be taking soldering iron with me. I've got part of one over there. So I've soldering iron, just solder, some flux, and move all this over to the other, to where I'm working. So that's pretty much it, yeah. So just shift them out the road a second, because that's what we're going to use. The cover, which I printed out, I've put myself a little 12 volt monitor on the top there, a little gauge, which counts up in numerical. It's green, I think. Is it green? Yes, it's green. And there's 3 wires, negative, and a positive and a signal wire. Sorry, a positive for the screen and a positive for the voltage for measuring the 12 volts. This thing's worked out okay. I was gonna have it that way, but I've decided to have it that way now, because when I stand at the printer I'm looking down mainly. So that's that, and I've just glued that on the top. Printed that out, just made a little cube, just fits inside. and the wires are just going to come out the back with the wires for the other screen. So the screen itself, there's the screen. I'll leave the link where I bought this from, eBay. Comes in a little cardboard box, obviously it's Chinese, the same. This one's $2.40, so I've took everything out of the box. This is what you get in the box. You get the screen, paperwork, and just basically a coil, a transformer type of thing. It's just a coil for the, to measure the load of amps. Paperwork is one sheet, Chinese, English. I haven't really looked at it really because it's pretty straightforward. You just connect your mains to these two mains here, positive, negative, and you load on that side. Pretty straightforward, but it's got some specs there. Range, power range from 0 to 22 kilowatts, within 1 kilowatt accuracy. Let's have a quick look. And the energy range from 0 to 9999 kilowatt hours, within 10 kilowatt hours. Voltage 80 to 260. I'm using 240 volts because it's AC. And some of the backlight, reset the energy, hold the little reset button for 5 seconds, things like that. Nothing really that important. I'll go through that later on once I get that set up. The main thing is it tells you frequency and how accurate it is, and also your power rating, 100 amps or 2,200 watts or 22,000 watt, 22,000 watt. Anyway, enough what I'm going to use. And working voltage 80 to 260. So that's it. Yeah. So this little coil goes for these two wires, and your mains will go to there. And it should just fit in like that. I'm not going to snap it in because it's a bit tight to get out, but you can see how that's going to go. It looks pretty sweet. So what we're going to do is shoot off over to the printer, and then we'll go from there. Hi guys, I've got to change the camera. Sorry about the light. The sun is pretty bad up here. I can't do anything about it really. I've tried to move things around, but hopefully you get the gist of what I'm doing. So I've got the power supply off. I'm going to cut some of these wires down. This is the fan wires. I've got one fan over that side, and then this is a fan for this. I'm going to chop this down so it's a little bit more neater, so you can see that. That's the other fan wire, which I don't really need. I'm going to do away with this, and then from there I'm going to get the other bits wired up. So I'll be back in a moment. Right guys, I do apologise for this light. I can't do anything about it. It's going to be loads of shadows. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I've taken the camera off the stand because it's just easy for me to see. So I've changed the switch out while I'm here. This 240 volt switch, which is broken. Oh, it's switching there now. Decided to work now. I've taken it out. But once it warms up it stops working, so that thing is binned. Got a new one, well another one, it's not new but nice and snappy, you can just tell. So I'm going to put this back on. Pops out with these little lugs at the sides, just goes in. Make sure the rating's right. This is like 15 amp or something, or whatever it is. I can't read it. I need a magnifying glass to read that small, but it's like 240 volts, 20 amp or something like that. It's ample. It's got a fuse already built into this, as you can see. The fuse built in. So I'm going to pop that on. I've resoldered these wires. I've tidied this up a little bit. So next I'm going to attach these fan wires to this, and then I'm going to start to wire this up. That's coming next. Yeah, back shortly. So what I've done so far, I've got the fans wired in. I've got the new switch put in. New switches in. I've got, that needs to go on. I've got the screen put in. I've got the wiring done for the screen and for measuring the amps the drawer on that, and then I've just soldered these two wires up here, which I'm going to heat shrink now. Just feeding these wires through. There's a little port that comes through the back for the cable for the. This is all just loose, just so I can get roughly where the wires, the length of the wires need to be. So I'm just feeding these wires through. I've got an extension to do to this because that's not long enough. It might be, depending on where that goes. So just trying to feed these through at the moment. Just put a bit of flux on. Always put flux on, unless you want to give yourself problems. There you go, they're all done. So what I'm going to do now is just tin these up. I'm not going to mess about too much. They're only taking. I'm just trying to join them together. So I got a bit of flux on. Don't judge me soldering. It's fine. It's fine for what this is going to be doing. Now they're not perfect joints, but that's good enough for what I want. I'll heat shrink that up now. Find a bit of heat shrink. I think that should do. If my fingers work and I can pick things up. Okay, right guys, so when I get this done now, because it's dragging on a little bit, get this shot over there. Hey guys, back again, all wired up. Just thought I'd show you that before I explain about wires. So we're live now, so there's these hot wires there. There's the screen. You've got me. It's hard to see in this light, but there's my 12 volt rail, which I can adjust. There's a little potentiometer just down there. I can adjust that if I feel I need it more. I'd probably adjust that while I was running a print. Hi guys, moment of truth, it's all back. Took us maybe an hour to get this done. So what I'm going to do is we'll boot it up and have a look, see if it works. So before I start it up, to have a quick look. I haven't fixed it to the bench. I've just left it loose. Just the wires. It seems to be okay. If I do knock it, it's going to spring back into place. The wires, it's quite neat. You can see the wires go around the back there, go through the back of this cover for the motor, and you can just see them. Let me just move the camera a bit. You can see them just to see underneath there. So they're all nice and neat. I'm pretty pleased with what's happened. Power supply's gone back okay. I did have to cut a notch in the bottom for the extra wires, and my light has gone back in as well. Also the switch I put on, a new switch, because the other one was damaged. It wouldn't switch on. I had to use the mains. I always switch it off the mains anyway, but if I'm using it during the day, it's quite, I just use it that way. So that's what it looks like from the back. Two screens, that one's blue, but it looks a different type of setup. So what I'm going to do is flick the switch and we'll have a little look, and it should boot up. Hey, there you go. Now my fan is taking a fit, my extruder fan. It calms down after a few minutes, but it's a bit annoying. I have got some more 6-7 bladed ones on order. So my light's working, which was wired into there, so I'm happy with that. There's the light. You can see it's just touch control. There's the fan's gone back to normal now after that. So there's my normal screen. It's about the same colour, slightly darker that one. But yeah, looks okay. As you can see, you've got your 12 volts on the top, 12 volt rail. Now that's 12.4. I was going to show you adjusting it, but I forgot. I don't really need to, but if I have any problems with this, I might do another video. So the reason why I had it on the top and on the bottom is because when I'm stood up in this position, this is where I tend to look. I don't really sit down in this position. I'm always in a higher position. So I can see the 12.4 rail is fine. And then the screen itself actually went in this cover really nice as well. I'm really pleased about that. There's your 239 volts AC. That's going to fluctuate depending on the time of day by 10 volts or whatever. And then your current amps, 0.14 amp we're using just to keep everything going. If I turn my light off, see if that changes. Yeah, a little bit. That's on. Hold on. Hit the button. That's on. Yeah, so it's using a little bit for that. Blue light as well. And then you've got your power at the bottom, which is in watts. So we're using 13.3 watts at the moment. And then the energy is 6 kilowatt hours. So it looks pretty good. Much more I can say really. It's a really nice fit. Everything's gone in there good. This is the original power supply, by the way, if anyone's interested. I've been using this for 2 years. Not a problem, doesn't heat up. This used to get warm at the top, this heatsink, but since I put the fan on, no problems at all. So yeah, I am really pleased. 12.4 volts on the rail. It's a little bit high, but what I'll do now is I'll go to, I'll put the heated bed on. In fact, what I'll do is I'll go to prepare there. Right, I'll just click that, but I'll just go back to this. I haven't clicked it yet, so I'll click it now. And as you can see, amps have gone up to 1.5 amps, 1.5 amps, 6 kilowatt hours, and 212.4 watts of power to heat the bed up. And you can tell the bed's on because there you go, it's heating up. The hot end is heating up as well. As the lights are on, you can actually see that both blue lights are on. That means they're both on. Excuse me while I sneeze. And my 12 volt rail has dropped down a little bit. So I could actually adjust that down a little bit more on the potentiometer. In there, I could just adjust a little bit, and I might do that later on. I just forgot, that's all. And that's it really. Mission accomplished. 240 volts, using 205 watts, 1.5 amp. And you can see how much power you're using while you're printing. Alright guys, hope you like this video for this LCD screen. I will leave the links where I bought this in the description below. It's off eBay, wasn't much money, and the way it's pretty straightforward. how to put it in. Couldn't get no more easier, to be honest. I hope you agree. It adds to the system. I like it anyway. And I will be doing a full review of this, or I've had this for 2 years now, this video, so I'm going to go back and have a look at everything I've done to it, and in another video. Guys, if you do like this video, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers guys.